Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, I know that it's challenging trying to get funding for your business, especially when you have bad credit. So I'm going to tell you some of the easiest and the best microloans you should take a look at. All right. Now, the first one I would definitely tell you to take a look at. Some people look this over, but it's the SBA microloan. All right. Now, here's the thing about it. With their microloan, it only goes up to $50,000. All right. Now, the reason I tell you to look at their microloan is because their interest rates is averaging between 8 to 13%. All right. Now, the minimum credit score for their microloan is usually about a 620. Now, here's the thing about SBA that some people are not aware of. If you have at least 2 years in a certain industry, they will calculate that to enhance you qualifying for the loan. A lot of people are not even aware of that. Now, here's the thing about it. That 620, usually they have certain type of lenders that they're going to send you out to in order to get qualified for this loan. All right. Now, here's what I would do. If you have an established business with revenue in it, because this is very important. Some of you all may have remembered that they also check your small business scoring, okay? And a lot of people don't know that. They never heard of it, and which I made a video, but I'll make an up-to-date video about they have a small business scoring as well, okay? And so some people aren't comfortable with collateralizing the loan, okay? So that's an option when you go into SBA as well, all right? So just keep that in mind. Now, the next loan is Axion, okay? Axion Opportunity Fund. Now, their loans go from $5,000 up to $350,000, all right? Now, their interest rates starts at 8%, all right? 8.49 to be exact. Now, here's the thing about it is they will work with you if you have at least a 600 credit score. If you have at least a 600 credit score, all right? Now, you do have to have revenue in the business. So the minimum revenue is annual about $50,000 a year for Axion. But if you have a 600 credit score, they may be able to help you get qualified for a loan. All right. Then the next one is Lift Funds. Lift Funds, they go for loans from $5,000 and up. All right. Now they only work in 50 states. So unlike Axion as well as SBA, those lenders go anywhere from 48 to all 50 states. But with Lift Funds, they only go in 15 states. The good part about it is that they will work with you if you have bad credit. All right. So that's the good part about that. Then you have Ascendus. All right. So here's the thing about it with Ascendus. They go up to $50,000. All right. Now you can have bad credit with them. And what I mean by bad credit with them, if you have at least a 575 credit score, all right, they're willing to give you a chance. All right. Plus, the minimum monthly income revenue that you have to bring in is about $3,000. Okay. About $3,000. They're very conservative in terms of helping people qualify for loans. All right. Also, in terms of your business debt, making sure that your average business debt isn't over $3,000 as well. All right. Now, here's some other lenders. Like if you just have bad credit, at least like Lendeska. All right. You all heard me talk about Lendeska. And the reason is because Lendeska, all you need is a 550 credit score. Now, their loans only go up to $20,000, but all you need is a 550 credit score. Now, their annual income in order to qualify for their loan, get this, you only have to be making at least $25,000 annually. So if you have a 550 and you're making at least $25,000 annually, that's what 2150 or something like that is very minimum that you have to have in order to qualify for their loans. All right. Now, there's also, and I tell you about, is Fundo. Okay, so Fundo being a merchant cash advance as well, they go up to 10,000. All right. Now they really let you know that, hey, you have to be in business for at least 90 days. You have to be generating at least $1,500 monthly. So you have to have deposits, okay? To get access up to $10,000, you have to have deposit at least 3 to 4 times a month. All right. Now, this does not have to be in a business checking account. It can be in your regular checking account, but long as you're able to show that it's coming from a excuse me, what do you call, like Uber, Lyft type of companies and stuff like that, right? Now, here's another thing that I would definitely tell you all, and this is what's hurting a lot of people. One, because you don't actually properly register the business. I've had a client, and he told me that he's been doing Uber, Lyft for over 2 years, okay? Over 2 years, and it's been paid under his social. The amount of opportunity that's missed when you're operating, doing Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and things of that nature, when you're doing those freelance type of stuff and you don't have a registered business, you're missing out on an opportunity to raise money for your business, even if you have bad credit. That's the reason I continue to tell people, you do not have to have credit in order to get funding. That's not the situation. The situation is making sure that you have a registered business. Now, we actually show you the right type of business, the proper way to register business, because we actually do it for you. All right. Number two, that you all also have to understand, especially like if you're trying to build your business funding up, so you're trying to go into real estate investing, or you're trying to start another business and you need to show proof of income to get into an apartment or to get a new car loan for your business or something like that, is you missing out on payroll. When you don't have payroll to show proof, hey, this is my income or whatever, then you're going to miss out on a lot of money, a lot of opportunity. Okay, I'm just putting that out there so you understand. Now, there's another lender out there, okay, and that's with Giggle Finance. Now, with Giggle Finance, the same respects as Fundo. You have to have revenue coming in for at least 90 days. Minimum is $1,500, and you have to have deposit 3 to 4 times a month. But if you have this here going on, they don't look at the personal credit. It has nothing to do with the personal credit. That's one of the things I continue to tell people, is that you're so focused on the personal credit instead of operating the business, registering the business, and having that money deposited under your EIN instead of your social. There's a lot of financial institutions out here that will give you the money if you just had a real registered business, okay? If you have a registered business with deposits, all right? So those are some. Now, here's another option for you. If you have a paid off car, okay, and you have equity in it, you may want to consider Yendo, okay? Because Yendo gives you up to $10,000 with no credit check, with no hard pull on the credit, because they look at the title loan. All right, if you have equity in that vehicle, that's what they loan. Even if you're paying on the vehicle and you have equity in it, they still can qualify you for a loan. All right. So you may have a relative or something that has recently stopped driving, the car paid off, and with equity in it, they may be willing to sign that car over to you. Or you may be able to negotiate them giving you that car, you taking out a loan and paying them a couple thousand and keeping the other couple thousand for your investments. So there's plenty of ways to do it. Or if you have a paid off car, just taking it to a credit union and refinancing it with a credit union. The credit union will cut you a check. So there are options for you to raise money for your business. All right. And if you have any question about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.